Phil from Bahari Restaurant is joining me today, and we're going to be making ice cream sandwiches. Not traditional ice cream sandwiches, a bit of a twist.
Yeah, we're going to be doing our Greek or Gringlish version of a baklava ice cream sandwich.
Gringlish?
Well, it's kind of like my interpretation of what Greek food is. So it's about doing Greek food that is using, anything available in Australia and just making up my own. So we've got some really good quality vanilla ice cream. So we're going to add that in. Use a spoon to help you, but you need it softened. So while I'm doing this, can I get you just to break up a few of the nuts for me? So we're going to use some walnuts, pistachios and cashews.
Okay. I'm just going to put them straight on a little food processor.
And just, like not too fine, just you want a bit of texture in there because you do want it to represent the flavours of a baklava. Now to here, I'm going to add some ground cinnamon. So I'm going to add just a little drop of some almond essence. Now you don't have to use it, and I wouldn't use too much because it is quite it is intense. Yeah. But it does then carry that flavour through of the nuts through the ice cream itself.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And just a little bit of vanilla bean paste, just to really, there we go.
And I'm going to blitz this.
That's correct. Yep, and that should do it, I think.
Maybe that.
So leave maybe like a couple tablespoons of the nuts aside, just to garnish after. And then all you got to do is throw the rest in here.
All right.
Perfect. Awesome. See, it's already starting to look good already.
It's good to start with a base ice cream like this, like a vanilla ice cream, and you can add any flavours you like at home. You can add some dried fruit to it. We're sticking with the baklava theme, which is lots of nuts, cinnamon to it.
Kind of reminds me of being a kid when you used to get a bowl of ice cream and just mash everything into it.
With Milo. I would do that with Milo. It's so delicious.
So I'm just going to add a little bit of cling film over the top, and that's just going to stop it crystallising.
And I see you've just popped it back into the same container.
Straight back into the container and throw it back in the freezer. And do it the day before,
of course.
Ideally.
Yeah.
So while I'm going to do that, I reckon if you want to get onto our syrup.
Sure can.
Let's just add the water, sugar, rose water, the cinnamon and the cloves. And I'm going to get onto the phyllo. Can you pass me that melted butter?
Sure can.
Perfect.
Butter for you.
Thank you. So I'm going to cut this phyllo into 10 centimetre squares, probably about 8 to 10 layers high.
So you've just stacked them on each other to do it as opposed to doing separate layers. Phil, this is the fastest way I've seen anyone prepare phyllo pastry.
Look, it is a bit of a cheating way, but it does work, trust me.
I trust you.
Because the reason why I don't brush between every layer is I don't want the phyllo to rise too much because I want it to be more like a biscuity kind of phyllo.
Okay.
So we're going to add, say, 6 squares.
Sure. And you've just buttered the base
to stop it from moving around too much. But we are going to pour a hell of a lot of butter over the top. A hell of a lot.
Ah, there's the butter that I love so much.
A lot.
And that's just going to seep in to the phyllo pastry as it cooks.
And give it a nice golden finish as well,
Yeah. Now, Phil, how long is this going to cook in the oven for?
Sort of about 20 to 30 minutes, just till they're golden brown at about 180.
Fabulous. And this has come to the boil now, so I can turn it off?
Yep, just turn it off, let it sit aside and let it cool down, and I'm going to throw these into the oven. So we've taken these out of the oven, we've poured the cold syrup over the top. We'll let them sit for an hour or so, otherwise ice cream's going to be melting while we're plating up. But we're going to start with one lovely piece of phyllo.
And the phyllo's worked out really well. It's crunchy, and you really drenched that with all of that syrup. It was fantastic to see. I was like, oh, is that too much syrup? It's like, no, more.
So, my desserts, they're very heavily syruped, so we're going to add some scoops of this beautiful baklava flavoured ice cream.
It's worked nicely, and I love the pale colour of it from the cinnamon that we added.
It's got a lovely colour. Now I'm going to try and add as many scoops as I can because, it's all about cramming as much ice cream into it as possible.
You see, he's Greek. He's generous with his portioning, particularly when it comes to dessert. I like it.
And then we're going to add one more piece of phyllo on top, which makes it our sandwich.
And there's still so much syrup there, which is what we want. Oh, look at that drizzling down the sides there.
We're going to garnish with some crushed nuts that we left to the side, and some beautiful dried rose petals. And I mean, that's it. That's all she wrote.
Wow.
So, Justine, I'll let you do the honours. Have a taste. Let me know what you think.
Ice cream and the syrup, and definitely some of that lovely phyllo.
What do you think?
Crispy pastry. The cinnamon in the ice cream is outstanding. The crunch of the nuts. Phil, that classic ice cream sandwich, forget about it. Baklava ice cream sandwich, that's where the party's at. High five.